Last month, I made around $700 as a freelance translator and copywriter. And this month, I'm expecting only $300, so getting ready to tighten my belt, really. And in this video, I want to share many things I save money on as a self-employed minimalist in Siberia. Hey my friends, if you're new here, I'm Anna, and on this channel I talk about everything that is mindful and creative, well, and minimal, of course. This week I decided to make a more practical video, so without further ado, let's dive into my frugal universe. Transport. So I don't have a car and I take a taxi only in emergency situations or when I travel in order to save time. Here in my small Siberian city, I either walk or take public transport. We have buses here, trolleys, trams, and such a transport phenomenon that is called marsrutka. It's smaller, faster, and slightly more expensive than a regular bus, and much warmer in winter, of course. As I work from home, I don't need to commute, so walking or using public transport is a huge saving field. And besides, walking is often the best dynamic meditation for me. Gym membership. So a couple of years ago, I used to go to the gym and even to some yoga classes, but since then my other expenses have skyrocketed and I canceled all those memberships and now work out at home. And I'm enjoying it, and because there's no secret that here on YouTube there are tons of free classes that are absolutely enjoyable. And also on a personal note, I find it more soothing and effective to work out on my own at home because being around people, there's always a feeling of competition, of being judged, compared, etc. So maybe it's just my own high sensitivity or social anxiety, I don't know. And what about you? Did you ever feel something like that at the gym or yoga classes or whatever? This footage was taken by my brother in the gym that he goes to in a nearby city of Novokuznetsk. He pays about $510 a year for the membership, but this gym is more on the posh side. Cat stuff. For Ulysses, my cat, I got a very cheap and eco-friendly scratching pad that is made completely of cardboard that cats adore anyway. He uses it a lot. It's like his little personal station for grooming and letting off the steam. I don't buy him toys, just a small mouse-shaped little thing that I always have troubles with finding around the apartment. And also Ulysses loves playing with herbs too, so it makes it super easy to entertain him while I'm cooking. When I was still in Moscow and I was renting an apartment together with my colleague, she would always complain that Ulysses would steal her parsley or dill right from the table to play. So, but the only thing that I never save money on for my cat is food, like high quality food, because I think it's essential. Dry cleaning. I don't own clothes that require dry cleaning only because it's a wallet killer for me. I remember years ago when I was in St. Petersburg at its famous flea market, one very sweet but not very sober gentleman gifted me a vintage hat that I absolutely loved, but didn't love spending $20 to get it dry cleaned. And the puff coat situation here in Siberia is huge. We wear puff coats around 7 months a year, every day. I have only one puff coat, so when I was getting it, I made sure the filling is synthetic fiber. Thus, I just put it in my washing machine for a delicate regime with 2 spiky balls that prevent any lumps. and it's perfect. Also, I air dry my laundry, and I never had it dry in my life, and it definitely reduces my electricity payments. Dishware. I love cooking and love serving it nicely, but for that I use old plates from the Soviet times that I found in my parents' apartment. They have a history, they're all different, and I enjoy these eclectics a lot. I rent this apartment, so I have some dishware left by my landlady. I use it, but prefer mine, definitely. I'm a minimalist, but I don't like muted colored surroundings. But of course, it's a matter of preferences. And here in Siberia, with that huge amount of gray and snowy days, I like to fill up my life with as much vibrance and diversity as I can. Food. Prices on food have gone crazy recently, and I'm so happy I can save some thanks to my aunt who supplies me various veggies that she grows in her garden, or dacha as we call it here. Now in winter, and November is officially winter here, I get carrots, beets, potatoes, pumpkins, and it might seem not a lot, but all in all a huge help, and it sparkles up some cooking creativity too. Then I also buy such staples as buckwheat, rice, lentils in not fancy packaging like this one. Because in reality, we always overpay for branding. I'm fine with buying generic no-brand stuff or from local producers. I would also love to buy more in bulk, but it's kind of problematic here right now. Eating out. I'm plant-based, so I don't have a ton of options here anyway, so I don't feel sad or kind of deprived of that opportunity to eat out because of my low income. Because anyway, I wouldn't be able to, I don't know, stuff myself up with some delicacies. So, and this lack of eating out, I usually compensate by cooking a lot at home, and most things I cook from scratch, and it's very enjoyable. I love adapting traditional Russian recipes to plant-based versions, and it's such fun, like these lentil patties with buckwheat and homemade sauerkraut, and it's so delicious. Clothes. So first, as you might already know, I'm into DIYing a lot, and I never buy any hats because I make them. And my family also don't buy any hats because they just buy yarn and ask me to make hats that they want. Of course, I enjoy thrifting, but there are no good secondhand stores here in the city where I live. So I use websites similar to Poshmark and Depop, but those websites are based in Russia. And I love buying from different people, and often the communication is so sweet and caring that it absolutely adds value to the item that I'm buying from those people, and it's very precious. For example, I bought this dress from a sweet young lady in St. Petersburg, and I don't get rid of clothes when they got holes or any sort of damage. I prefer to mend things. And I also use cobbler service. For example, this autumn I spent around $30 to completely revive these winter sneakers that I got secondhand 3 years ago, and these lighter shoes that I got 8 years ago. And that's where the good shoes rule works great. High quality shoes are very easily mendable and can last you for years with proper care. Self-care. I do all my mani-pedi hair dyeing myself here at home, and no salon procedures. It's not that expensive here where I live, but $5 here, $10 there, and the expenses grow like a snowball. So I never go to the salon for that, only for a haircut that I've done a couple of days ago. Anyway, I like my nails super short, and as I do a lot of handmade and art stuff, which would absolutely ruin any fancy mani anyway. As for hair coloring, I buy quality dyes in a professional store and then do everything here at home by myself. No salon procedures for that. And of course, like this hair coloring situation is a whole another topic, because I've been natural gray as I started turning gray when I was just 15. And then I used henna and indigo for years, and now I'm back to very soft chemical dyes because I love color and I'm not ready to embrace my grayness yet, although I absolutely admire women who do that. So, and in one of my recent videos, I talk in detail about my minimalist skincare that I also save money on. So those were main things that I save money on as a self-employed female minimalist living here in Siberia. Please feel free to share your tips in the comment section. I enjoy reading and answering your comments so much. Or feel free to suggest anything that you want to see from me also in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video till the end and for being here. I'm so lucky and so happy to have found such an amazing community here. You have a lovely day. See you soon, and пока-пока.